Market closed about an hour ago, and things are looking good for something that is acting like a recovery after the pullback, and especially after last week, which we saw the market pull down 6 times out of 7 days. And right now, things seems to be back on track for the next bull run in the market. But especially today, we really saw the energy sector pulling up the stock market. Here you can see the major indexes. You have the Dow Jones gaining 0.68%, the S&P 0.85%, Nasdaq, but more importantly, the Russell, because if you look at some of the small caps, especially in the energy sector, today we have 8% was really the average gain across the board, and you have some stocks like Tallow Energy who really went to 13%. But back to the S&P 500, which I'm going to use here as the main benchmark when it comes to having a state of where the market stands. And you can see this is the year to date. You can see since the beginning of the year, we are really on that uptrend, and the trend seems to be solid. I mean, at least when I'm looking at what happened today, especially. So yesterday, we're still kind of flirting with that 50 moving average. You cannot see here, but you can see that this line, it's really the support line when it comes to this market. Wherever it will tend to touch a little bit of these lows, boom, it will come back up here, boom, it will come back up here again. So we saw that here we were at a new all-time high, and we had this major pullback, mainly due to the inflation concerns and also the slowing pace of the state of the economy, but not only in the US, but globally. We have Delta variant still, very, very impacting the economy, especially in China, where we have a lot of lockdowns. And China being the kind of the engine, the factory of the whole world, whenever China is slowing down a little bit, then you can expect as a domino effect in other economies and countries to also see that, especially here with the big volume of trading we have with the US and the rest of the Western Europe. So still things looks to see like we are, pulling back, because from a technical standpoint, it seems like the chart on the S&P, it's going back to an uptrend. And as a matter of fact, Goldman Sachs said they are seeing 4,700 on the S&P 500 by the end of this year. So it doesn't seem like the market is about to stop this trend, which is really looking solid. Now, when you jump to the Russell, the Russell had the most gains today, closing around 1.11%. And even here, if the trend is not as upward as the S&P is because of the the smaller caps here in the Russell 2000. But today it's really what saw the big companies moving, and this is definitely due to the energy. So energy, what happened today? Well, the energy has really been one of the lagging sector to really go back to the high or the levels that we saw back in January. This is the United States oil ETF. It's kind of a measure of where the oil market with the West Texas index is kind of looking like. So we are still way below, like 50% way below what we were back in January before the whole COVID-19 thing. And if you look at the last 6 months, you can see that we had a major pullback, and so far we are kind of going out of that major pullback to kind of stand where we were, and this was prior to the whole Delta variant thing. I'm going to share with you on a separate video. It seems like the energy sector is really one of the next bull market run, but I don't want to spend a lot of time in this video just to talk about it. But there is a lot of opportunities, and even some short squeeze opportunities to be made in the oil and the energy sector as a whole in the market right now. So if you are interested, please, I'm gonna post a separate video on this later today. Make sure you join on that in order to see exactly where you can make a lot of dollars.